Here you can learn the rules for the Eye of Judgment. Have the playmat and cards handy for ease of understanding. Each player creates a 30-card deck by selecting creature and spell cards. Defeat your opponent's creatures to claim fields. The first player to claim 5 fields wins. There are 2 types of cards, creature cards and spell cards. Creature cards are your warriors. They occupy fields and battle the opponent's creatures. Use the powers of spell cards to augment your battle strategy. Effective use of cards will bring you one step closer to victory. Learn how to interpret cards, beginning with creature cards. Card name, element, summoning cost, activation cost, hit points, attack power, attack zones icon, defense zones icon, text. When required, read text out loud during play. Continuing with spell cards. Card name, summoning cost, text, how to use. Now for fields. The playing area used in this game consists of 9 fields, occupied by creatures and affected by spells. A library from which cards are drawn. And a graveyard where dead creatures and used spells are placed. The 9 fields are collectively referred to as the board. The object of the game is to conquer fields by summoning creatures to the board to battle. Only one creature can be summoned to each field. Each field has a front and back. Each side shows one of the 5 elements. The bottom right icon on the field indicates the element of the field's other side. Fields can be flipped and switched by spells and special abilities. Also, there is a defined order for the fields, called the field order. The field order does not change, even if a field is changed. It is important to memorize the field order, since it is used to determine the order of resolution for effects. The graveyard is the place for discards, such as destroyed creatures and used spells. Cards are placed in the graveyard face up and visible to both players. The library is the stack of cards from which the player draws. This is called drawing a card. The library is placed face down so that neither player can view its contents. Only cards from the library may be used in a duel. Actions to take. Announce the end of Phase 3, actions, and proceed to the next phase. Phase 4, summon a creature. During this phase, you can summon creatures. If you choose not to summon a creature, announce the end of your turn. Pay the summoning cost to summon a creature to a field. You can summon only one creature per turn. When a creature is first summoned, it will attack if there is an enemy within its attack zone. If a creature attack occurs after a creature is summoned, a battle phase begins. After the battle is complete, Phase 4, Summon a Creature, automatically ends. Proceed to the next phase. Phase 5, Resolution. This phase resolves things that occurred during that turn. Status of the field is assessed to resolve effects. At this point, if your hand is 8 cards or more, place cards in the graveyard until you have 7 or less. If the player whose turn it is has satisfied a victory condition, he wins. Once turn resolution is complete, announce the end of your turn to complete the turn. Be careful about announcing the end of a phase, because you cannot backtrack to earlier phases.